everybody, it's Julie. I have filled my journal. Well, I've bound it. Okay, remember we made the cover last. I have 3 signatures. They are bound. This is my garden journal that I'll be using for the next few years. And I have some other things. I do have a piece of snippet that I need to use, and then I have some other things that I can add in. But I also need to go ahead and I have to stencil and stamp. And I'm going to start with stenciling, and we're going to go back. I have my bubble wrap out from yesterday because it was National Bubble Wrap Day. And I'm going to use my bubble wrap as my stamp. I'm using a gold, here's one of the little cards that I did. I just took the hummingbird kit and I flipped it up so it's got journaling space on the back, and I went around it with some lavender thread, and I love the way that turned out, and it will fit right there in that little pocket. Okay, so we're just going to find some places to add that. I'm probably not going to add any to any of the shiny papers. I just don't think that it will work. Let's see if we can get just on there. Okay. We're just getting a little bit of the gold. I really like it. I think we needed to have, what was it, 5 places? Let's see. Looking on my list. Snowman list. So how are you doing? How are you? Okay, so stencil 5 pages, stamp on 5 pages. Well, we're going to go ahead and continue through here because we're only in the first signature here. We'll go to the second signature, and I think we'll add some there. I like to add it where there's, like that one had. So this is an envelope that I ended up adding in, and this one has this card. So I used a set of cards from the here we go. Made a card out of the Watermelon Girl, and she fits in there. We'll get her in there later. Made a card out of some of the journal. So with that, we have a couple of different golds in here. Okay, so we're in the 3rd signature. There's our belly band. I love this. That is the second piece of the napkin that we use. There's a lot of pages in here. So I made a few of these out of the cutoffs from the Amazon packaging. So we've got at least 5 stamped pages, and we stamped using bubble wrap. Okay, and so next we're going to stencil, and I have a stencil that I made out of a punch. And I'm going to be using the old paper. And I think this we can go ahead and I think it will dry. Okay, so it's going to just leave us some dots like that. I love the way the stenciling looks. And saw some great stenciling out there using your die cuts and your punches to make your stencils. For this challenge. So January was our Just Junk Journal challenge. On Thursday, we'll have a brand new challenge. We'll have the details here at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. The Diamond and Emerald Patreons, as well as the Pearl and the Topaz, they have already gotten their sneak peek. They have already gotten their invitation to be in the February group. So yeah, so that's one of their perks, is they get early. They get information early about the next challenge. They get their peek on the 27th, and yeah. So also, if you are a Patreon, that can even be a free Patreon member, you'll have the link today. You'll get the link for our Craft With Me. If you're a paid Patreon, you have access to the digital that we'll be using. So we'll be using the Opal digital, and we'll be using the Sapphire digital. So my plan was to print them on glossy paper. My printer doesn't want to do it. So I'm still trying to get them printed on glossy paper, but that's would be what I would recommend, is to print the newest Patreon kit, the Opal, the photograph, the family photographs, for the Opal and the Sapphire. That's what we'll be using today. And how long will we be there? That'll depend on if anybody's there with me, probably. If I'm by myself, it might be a little less time. So I have stenciled and I have stamped. And so what I did was, this was a bingo. This was the page that you would put, when you call the bingo numbers, you would put your little marker on it to keep track. And so it got put in my junk pile. And I took a punch and I punched the holes out. So I have the numbers over here that I'm going to be able to use on things. And I have this little stencil. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to have to make my tabs and my edges. And but we do need to use the snippet in here somewhere. So and I think this is not not working. It's not big enough here. So I'm thinking I might need to go ahead and grab a stamp to help with this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a stamp. So this is my tip in with the lock, and my lock is just not working. Okay, so that should help. Let's go ahead and, there we go. Yeah, that should help a little better. Maybe I should just go ahead and have another something. What else do I have? I have a fairy. So this is from the fairy, one of the fairy kits. And so what if we go ahead and we cut it, and I did find my postage scissors. I moved them so that they'd be easier to find or reach. And then, you know, then I couldn't find them. Okay, so this is from one of the fairy kits. Okay, and I think if we put her like this, she can help with the locking situation. So we built a lock, okay? And that should help that stay in. Yay. Okay, and these scraps are going in the trash. I'm not keeping those. Okay, so, oh, snippet. I think actually I need an edge. This would not count as an edge, but I could put it, ooh, that's actually really pretty. I don't, this particular journal, I do not need any more pockets, because I actually do more writing, but I do have pockets where I'll be able to put my seed packets. While I'm waiting, I have the map pages, which I think will be great for, or the, yeah, they are map pages, but they're the ones with the writing. These pages, I'll be able to glue in seed packets, because I like to use the seed packets that I actually use and then make a card to go in them, or just a paper, and keep track of when I planted them and all of that. Okay, so there we've added in the snippet, and so the next thing is tabs, and I did make some tabs, and I really like them. And remember, when you get to making your tabs and your edges, you can use anything. Anything from your kit, and from your, if you have leftovers as part of your kit, which I did. So I had some little images that were in there. So I have 4 of them already made. These 2 are similar. They have the tool and the image, and the Rollo, and they're on pattern paper that was in the scrap box. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 of these on. Okay, I want to make sure there's nothing behind. And I'm going to staple it. I think that will be fine. And then I'm going to come down, I think we'll come down to here. And we'll put the other one that was like that. Okay. And then we're going to make one. Okay, because I only have 4 that are ready, and I need 5 tabs. there's that. And then we have this one has tea bag. It has, this was an embossed domino thing that was in my leftovers. And I have one of the little postcard digital. And we've got staples on there. I think we'll go to this page. And I just, in my garden journal, the tabs can be random because I use this different. I use this one by the when I have something to put in it, I just go, okay, this is about whatever. It's about a flower. It's about zinnias that I planted or I'm going to plant, or I have information about them, and I'll find a page that is the right amount of information. I don't do it in order or anything like that. I bounce around, and I do use the same, well, I used the same journal for 4 years with my last one. My last garden journal, I used it for four years. I'll go ahead and put this one down here. Okay. And now I want to find where the graph paper is, or where a graph paper. I'm going to go ahead and this is the Daisy Fairy. Okay, so we need to add some other things. So we've got some of the lace, which I got to use because I did the excuse me. The challenge, I'm trying to think which challenge it was. Okay, put some of that, maybe. So lace and leftovers. And a little piece of typed. Okay, I'm going to put that one on here. Okay, so those are my tabs. So I needed to add 5 tabs, and now we need 5 edges. I have one that I made earlier, and that is this one. And it has the fabric, gift bag, paper pad, some lace, tea bag goodie with that hanging off. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that I'm going to add that to this page here. And it's fabric, so I'm going to use fabric tack because it will dry quicker. So are you excited about a new challenge? We have a new one starting Thursday. Okay, there we go. And let's see. I have this. Okay, so this was left over. So we need to make 4 more edges. I like the way that one hangs off. Usually I don't put edges and stuff like that. I do put tabs, but not edges in my garden journals. But look at, we've got some more of the tulle. That's kind of cool. Tulle is cool. So, did you see the tear ruler? The tear ruler. I think it is so darn cool. So, yeah, I think we'll add that. And, let's see. And we're going to add that, okay? And that will give me an edge. This is from the leftovers. We've got wrapping paper. We've got dyed paper. Dyed paper as the base. And we'll go with, this is from leftovers. The piece from the guest check is from leftovers. And then we have the tulle. And we have one of the stamps. Which is digital. And it is on the Something Special, which was my mom's journal. Okay, so there's one. And we can go ahead and do something real similar. It won't be just like it because I don't have all the same pieces. But you know what? What if we go ahead and, because this one has that edge, if we go ahead and give it a lacy edge, look. Okay. So I have the rose and do that. And you know what? This is sitting here just wanting to be used. Oh, maybe that's why it's sitting here, because I can't get in it. This is some of the drywall tape. My favorite new thing added to my stash last year is this tape right here. And I may end up with other favorite things that I haven't even had a chance to use yet. that were added. Okay, that can go ahead and go like that. And let's see. I have a little tiny stamp. Yeah, like that. Put that right over that. I'm gonna add that, but I'll add that with my stapler. Okay, so that gives me 2 edges. And then over here, oh, you know what? Up here, I have from the magazine, I have this, and I used my Martha Stewart. You guys might remember seeing me do that. I do have a piece of fabric. Yeah, I like that. Okay, this one we're going to put more towards the bottom. Actually, we'll do this one towards the middle because the bottom has pockets, lots of pockets. So it already has bulk towards the bottom. But when I add this in, I will add it at a place where there's several of the shorter papers on the inside. So let's see if we put this down. Okay, so we have fabric, we have a magazine page, that's from my favorite tea, my chai tea. Okay, I'm going to add that back here. Okay, so we already put one in, and there's 3. And I have another short one. Okay, you can do them all the same this time. I did not say that you couldn't do them all the same. Oh, we've got these. This is from from packaging. It's the labels from flowers from Dollar Tree. We'll make it a little flag. So that would be what, packaging. Cool digital. And let's put the tool under there. And I'll add another. I have one of these has it hanging down. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and okay, so we've got 4. We already added 1. And remember, this is for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge. Coming down to the wire, the challenge ends on the 31st. And so you want to make sure that you get your items in the spaces. So I have some more ephemera up here. Those are going to go in my ephemera holder. That's the one thing I have left to make. I do not put a closure on my garden journal because once I start using it for the year, it's being used constantly. Okay, so we have this one, and I think it can come, you know what, it probably should go towards, kind of towards the middle because it has the white. But remember, see, this would have been a really good place for that because of all that. Okay, so finding it a spot to live where there's not something else in its way. There's the other one. That will work. Okay, so we're going to put this one, because it has the lace on it, I'm going to go ahead and rip the edges and see how this has all this happening, so that that fabric right there won't, you know what, I think we're going to have to staple this one on because it's glossy paper. And that's okay. Get the end down. Okay. So that gives me that edge. We've got a little bit of lace. We've got a rose here. I love it. So this one is actually taller. So I'm more towards the top. I think it can go here on this one. Oh, you know what? What if we put it on the front? Yeah, I think we'll put this one on the front. And so it's going to come down, down, down. And then we'll go ahead and rip across. Okay. Ooh, we're getting towards the end of this one. I'm putting it on and then pulling it down till we're even with the top. Okay. And yeah, good hold on this. Wow. Yep. Excellent hold. Okay. There we go. So we have that one. And we have put this one here. So we come down a little further. I think we'll put this one next. Okay, and we're going to have that one take up the whole edge. Okay, so we're going to put our glue on here. Okay, put it on, move it up, put it on, move it in. Okay, and that's on glossy paper, you guys. So paper on glossy paper with the XL, and ta-da. Okay, so there's that. Then we have this one that we're gonna want to put down, and I was thinking that one, but it's gonna have to go on this one. Okay, and I'm not going to want to cover the daisy, so go ahead and rip that. And we'll put this on the back. And on our rose. Okay. And we can see it. And I'm going to cut this off. Okay, so those are my 5 edges. And they needed to have all the things on them. I really like this. It doesn't need to be super fluffy. Okay, now looking at it, I think I might want something on this one. I have this, I have this. I got this too that I had made. Got this. Okay, where's my... If I put the glue in between this, I can put it on like over a page. So I'm gonna hold this. find that daisy. Where is it? I'll put that on. There we go. Okay, so these are the ephemera things that I made when I was just trying to use up things that were hanging around. So I'm making an ephemera holder, and I'll be putting those in it. And yeah, so how did you guys like being able to add the ephemera holder? I think that was going to be a cool little thing. So, okie dokie. So, my journal is finished. I just need to make the ephemera holder that will go with it. And so watch for the flip through. It will be a separate video. I'll do a separate video for the flip through. And so you should see that show up. And yeah, now remember, if you are in the Patreon, that can be a free Patreon or any Patreon, you have access to the link for today's craft with me. And so I hope you will join us for that. And that will be at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And oh yeah, so we've got her. I was looking. I thought I had one of these that I wanted to put in the garden stuff, and I'm not seeing it now, of course. So, okay. So 1 o'clock today is a craft with me. If you are a Patreon, you have access to the Opal. If you are a paid Patreon, access to the Opal family digital kit for January. So go ahead and print the Opal. The portraits, print those on glossy paper if you have it, like photo paper. And then the other one, the page, just print that as a page like you would put into a journal. And then if you are a Sapphire above, print those portraits also on glossy paper. And so exciting. We will see you at 1 o'clock. And everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow. So you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/DearJulieJulie. And you can choose to become a paid member, or you can be a free member over there. Remember that they always get the Friday freebie. They get it first on the Patreon, sometimes a whole day or two ahead. And so they get it as soon as I have it made and that it's ready to be put up. I put it in the Patreon. Okay? Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, yes. The digitals are all still on sale. The ones the design team used, and the new Violets and Roses kit is also available on sale. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.